What's up guys, welcome back. Today we're talking about sleight of hand. I'm going to share with you the magician's perspective of sleight of hand. The reason I do that is not for the purpose of exposure, because at no point will I be explaining how I do any of this, but I just want to give you kind of a glimpse into the view of a magician for you to gain a bit of appreciation of the craft. Because I think sleight of hand innately is really interesting to a lot of people because it's attainable, not because it's some superpower, you can levitate and that type of thing, but because it is attainable and because it is a feat of skill. Even though that feat of skill seems impossible, people still know that there's some sleight of hand trickery going on. We just don't see how it's done. So I want to give you a quick glimpse into some of that sleight of hand today, and hopefully you'll be able to take something away from this. Not necessarily learn how any of these things are done. That might happen on your own if you fall down the YouTube rabbit hole, mostly just for you to gain appreciation of sleight of hand as an art form. But before I do that, we are launching a project today. I'm really excited about this. I've been hyping it up on my Instagram. This is a project by Calen, Morelli, and Franco Pascali. So Calen Morelli came up with this move, which is called the drip double, and Franco Pascali teaches you in 35 minutes of instructionals all the subtleties, all the routining, and all the different things that you can do with this sleight. The link is below if you want to support me, this channel, and or the creators Calen Morelli and Franco Pascali, who are both insanely good at what they do. Please go ahead and purchase this. It's $10. I know a lot of you in the comments are gonna be like, I know how this is done, but I can assure you sleight of hand is not learned through a performance video, it is learned through instructional. So there's a difference between knowing how something is done and knowing how to do it. And that's why there is an instructional. So it's $10, supports this channel, supports these guys, and I'm really proud of it. If you like, I know you guys support me a lot on the playing cards and everything else, so I'm not gonna beg you to pick this up, but if you're practicing sleight of hand, this is an incredibly useful effect. So without further ado, let's roll the trailer. So there it was. That was the drip double by Calen Morelli with teachings by Franco Pascali. The trailer came out really nice, really dope. These guys are literally on a whole other level of sleight of hand. It's not just one of those moves for move monkeys that you're never going to perform in real life. This is actually practical that you can use every day while performing. So thank you again. A link below. Check it out. In the beginning of this video, I rolled some footage of me performing some sleight of hand, some moves of which are original to me, which I created. I'm infatuated and passionate about sleight of hand for multiple reasons. One, I'm really attracted to methods. There's just something innately within me that needs to know how something is done, hence my love for puzzles and logic-based games and that type of thing. I just love strategy, I love methods, I love knowing how things are done. So in the heart of me, I'm a little bit of an engineer, but I also love the craft of magic. I love performing and I love getting reactions and literally changing people's day with a trick. But for the purpose of this video, we're going to not be looking at the performance side. I'm gonna give you a bit of a glimpse of what sleight of hand looks like for me and other magicians. I'm gonna roll a couple clips. The first clip will be an exposed angle, and the second clip will be what that angle looks like for the spectator. So a bit backwards, we're not looking at the performance first, we're gonna look at the exposure first and then the performance. And just to give you guys a little bit of a look and a taste of all the hard work that goes into the sleight of hand and the reward that comes from it. All right, hope you enjoyed that. I want to send off this video just by saying that appreciating sleight of hand in the methods as well as in magic isn't the same as performing, obviously. It's very, very different. But I want to tell you a bit of a story. I was at MagicCon in, I think, 2012, and there was a magician by the name of Babel, who is from Paris, and this guy, Babel, performs in the subways of Paris between 11 p.m. and 2 a.m. I don't know if you understand like the grueling conditions that is. So he's basically a busker. He sets up his table outside of the train and people come out and there are people ranging from children to adults of all walks of life. If you have any idea, if you've ever busked in your life, it is really, really hard to get people, especially coming off a train who have somewhere to go, to stop and watch your magic. So those are the hardest, most grueling scenarios that you can possibly imagine to perform in, and that's where he thrives in, and that's why he's one of the best sleight of hand artists in the world. And I had a chance to sit down with Babel, and one thing that I noticed when I was at this convention, he would start performing for people. So there was him, his table, and there was a whole bunch of people in front of him, and he was doing all this really crazy sleight of hand. And behind him was a row of magicians. So they were all standing up, a row of magicians watching him, and there was this delayed reaction between him performing and the reactions he was getting. So for example, he would do something and everybody in the back would react, but he hasn't done anything yet according to the spectators in the front. So he's doing all the secret stuff and you would hear all the magicians go, whoa, and they would start clapping. Maybe about 5 seconds later, then the audience would be like, oh, wow, because they would see the actual, but everything that goes on behind the scenes, there was a whole row of magicians just appreciating that. So there is some merit to how sleight of hand is done. I think sleight of hand practitioners understand that. It's definitely not on the same plane as giving someone a magical moment, but it is definitely an art form, and it's something that I really, really like to do, and especially sit around with my magician friends and talk sleight of hand. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You know, there's two types of people in this world. There are people who build clocks and cuckoo clocks, and make them run, and there are people who buy them and collect them and appreciate them, and you can't have one without the other, right? So it's kind of how sleight of hand works as well. So I think there's some merit to appreciating sleight of hand and knowing that it's sleight of hand and it's not some magical power. Anyways, I could rant on this subject for days, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you want to support me, this channel, and these creators, check out the link below if you're interested in stepping up your sleight of hand game. And to be honest, this download is accessible to anyone. If you're just beginning in magic, or if you're intermediate or advanced, this is perfect for anyone. This is not something super knuckle busting that'll take you years to master. It's something that you can, with their teachings, end up doing within a matter of days or weeks. So guys, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.